according to superior timepieces to mine, it is now 6:30. So welcome to the second meeting of the Dorset Shadow Council. I'm going to hand over to Sue Dyson, who is going to explain the magic technology.
Thank you, Jen, and good evening, everyone. There is no fire evacuation exercise planned for this evening, so if the fire alarm does sound, you must leave immediately by the nearest fire exit. The exits are located behind you in the colonnade and by the main reception, and please follow any instructions of your fire wardens. The fire assembly point is in the car park by the library entrance. Toilets are located by turning right out of this room through the double doors, and we provided bottles of water for you under your chairs. If you wish to speak on any of the items tonight, please indicate by raising your hand, and the chairman will then invite you to speak in turn. You can use your voting device as a microphone tonight by pressing the third button on the left-hand side of the device. I'm not sure if it's got turned on or off at the moment, but they will be working. The one, yes, correct. The meeting is also being live streamed tonight by our communications team, so please, when speaking, state your name clearly. So we're also going to use these handsets tonight for voting, and when we vote, you will be asked to vote, use the numbers on the voting device, numbered 1 to 3, depending on how you wish to vote. If you are a twin hatter, then you will just still have one handset, but the system has been set up so it will automatically record your vote twice. So you only need to press a button once. If you voted differently, you'll be cancelling yourself out. Yes, I will explain that in a moment. We are going to have a quick practice in a minute, so we'll just check that your handsets are working correctly. The other thing that I need to mention tonight is that your voting device has been specifically allocated to you by the smart card. So although on the screen it will just be the number of votes that shows, the system is also going to record how you have voted as an individual. And this is good practice because this is in preparation for our February meeting, the budget, where we are required to record how each member has voted. So it's good practice that we check the technology is working. So if you haven't already inserted your smart card, please do so now. It goes in the top with the gold chip facing towards the front. Audrey, it's Audrey here, Audrey Birch. No? Audrey? No. Has everybody got a smart card to put in their device? Yeah? Okay, thank you. So we're just going to do a quick test. So we'd just like you to practice. So the question is, do you like using your electronic voting? So you vote, press button 1 for, 2 for against, or 3 if you wish to abstain. Please vote now. Has everyone voted? We've only got 82 so far. Still going up? You voted?
If it's not recording, it's because you haven't got the card in the right way, which tells you who you are. Which might be a help. I have been assured that the system is working, but they're just doing a double check on the technology. So I intend to carry on with the meeting on the understanding that it is all okay. Right, first of all, we need to have a list of apologies shown. Yeah, those are the ones that have been shown. However, the beauty of these devices will also record who is here and who hasn't turned up. I am led to believe. So we won't go through a long list of apologies. Can you please take a note of those members who are here and whose names are showing as apologies?
Yes, we will, Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you. It will all work on the night. I am an eternal optimist. Moving on to the second item on the agenda, code of conduct. To receive any code of conduct issues that members feel they ought to declare. Are there any such matters? No? Right. The third item on the agenda is to approve the minutes of the meeting held on the Thursday the 7th of June. I will just go through the pages very quickly. Any items of accuracy? Page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8, page 9, page 10, page 11. May I sign these minutes as a true and accurate record of that meeting? Thank you. Thank you. Right. Moving on to agenda item 4, we have not received any notification of public participation, so that's 30 minutes spare. Agenda item 5, nor have we had any questions from any of the shadow councillors, so that's another 30 minutes saved. Moving on to agenda item 6, the minutes of the Shadow Executive Committee are to be received and noted. Councillor Knox.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I would like to present the minutes for the Shadow Authority to receive and note. The minutes cover meetings of the 18th of June. The next meeting was held on the 20th of July. This was followed by a meeting in August of the 21st of August, and let's hope we have the minutes also of our most recent meeting held in September, which I don't seem to have here, but they were the 17th of September. So those are received, I hope, by the authority and noted. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Thank you, Councillor Knox. Any questions of the accuracy on that minute or for that committee to decide at the next meeting? I'm now looking to Councillor Sherry Brooks to present the minutes of the Shadow Overview and Scrutiny Committee.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I'd like to present the minutes to be received and noted for the Shadow Overview and Scrutiny Committee. 4 sets of minutes, the 20th of June, 31st of July, 22nd of August and the 12th of September.
Thank you for that. Now we move on to agenda item 8, and I will ask Matt Prosser to leave the room. Right, I'm now looking for the minutes of the Shadow Senior Appointments Committee. I'm looking to Councillor Spencer Flower to present these minutes.
Thank you very much, Chairman. I'm pleased to move the minutes of the Senior Appointments Committee held on the 19th of July, 24th of August and the 13th of September.
Have you a seconder for those minutes?
Councillor Sherry Jespers.
There's a question.
So, could I request that people stand up when they're speaking, because I don't know some of these people, and if we're being televised, members of the public aren't going to know those people. And, basically I'm hearing these disembodied voices. It would be useful if people stood up.
Would you like to say who you are, Councillor?
I am Councillor K.D. Johnson, Commonwealth East.
Thank you very much. But the point was well made. Thank you. Councillor Knox.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. My colleague has just pointed out that actually it really should be a person who was at the meeting and who should have seconded the minutes of the actual meeting. So I would be very pleased to second the minutes of the actual meeting. Thank you.
Well spotted, Councillor Knox.
It was
Thank you.
actually Councillor Hayes.
Oh, Councillor Haynes, sharp as ever. Right. So, now moving on to agenda item 9, which is to confirm the permanent appointment of the Chief Executive for Dorset Council. Councillor Spencer Flower, please.
For the benefit of the member from Coal Hill, I'll stand up because he knows me very well, but I will stand up. I'm pleased to move the recommendation for the permanent appointment of Matt Prosser as the Chief Executive Designate leading up to the commencement of the new council. The recommendations are set out in the report. I don't think I need to rehearse those for members. I'm sure they're all capable of reading them. So I move the recommendation, Chairman, and look for a seconder.
Thank you, Councillor Flower.
Councillor Sherry Jespers, Madam Chairman, seconding the thing I was supposed to be seconding, if I may.
Thank you. I saw a hand up. Is that to speak? No. Thank you. So, I have a proposer and a seconder. Now this, I think, is the one that we want to record. Yes? So, would you like, please, members, would you like to vote now that Matt Prosser be confirmed as the Chief Executive of the Dorset Council now?
Vote is carried, 94 in favour.
Thank you very much. So that confirms that Matt Prosser is to be Chief Executive of Dorset Council, and I will invite him back into the room to keep me under control. I think you can gather by that you have been confirmed and that the Shadow Council is very much supportive and congratulates you on your appointment. Moving on now to agenda item 10, which is to consider the report on the salary ranges and appointments of Tier 2 roles. At this point, Jonathan Mayer will leave the room. It is rather like past and parcel, isn't it? Right. Who is presenting this report, I think? Spencer Flower. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chairman. I'm pleased to move the recommendation. It's quite a lengthy recommendation. I think it's one that sets out the basic premise of why we want to go to two-tier with an open selection. We look at the market and test the market, and I think we should. I think it's very healthy. Without further ado, I'm pleased to move the recommendation.
Have you a seconder for this recommendation? Councillor Jill Haynes. Thank you, Jill. I move to a vote.
No.
Sorry. Question at the back. Councillor Harris.
Thank you. Yes, I just want to try and clarify in recommendation 4 whether a date has been fixed. When we had a presentation on this as councillors, we were told it was December the 3rd. It's clearly now not December the 3rd necessarily, but is there a date set aside yet? Because we're all quite busy people around December time.
Councillor Harris, thank you very much for that question. I too was somewhat alarmed when I saw the 3rd of December. We are having a meeting next week, and the timeline and the date of the next meeting will be announced as soon as possible. We're hoping to fit one in December. There's also the necessity at some point to have a full Shadow Council meeting on the Constitution, as well as the rather fun one in February for the debate on the budget. So we're taking views and we'll let you all know as soon as ever possible when we can schedule these meetings in. So, we need to go to the vote on recommendations. 1, 2 and 3 in paper 10. 1, 2, 3 and 4 in 10. Yes, we have Councillor Jill Haynes seconded the recommendations. Right. Yeah.
Chairman, can we have clarification, because we only have 4 recommendations in front of us?
Yes, there are 4 recommendations, 1, 2, 3 and 4, not 5. The wonders of modern technology and sharp eyesight. Right.
Is everyone okay? Just need to press your button 1 to 3.
Sorry, I don't know where are the recommendations?
They're on page 80.
We are ready for the vote, members. You can vote on your handsets. 1 to vote in favour. Okay, 2 against and 3 abstain. Yes, we're taking the vote all together. 1 to 4. vote now if you haven't already. Thank you, that's carried.
Thank you, members. I am sure we will be better at using the handsets in future. So those recommendations are carried. Cheryl Brooks, Councillor Cheryl Brooks.
Could I suggest, please, that if we're going to use these in the future, that when we've got the recommendations for voting, we somehow manage to get the papers onto the wall as well, so that we can see what we're voting for, please.
Another point well made, and I'm sure that we can work on that. So that the recommendations for the Tier 2 salary ranges and appointments have been passed, and we now move to agenda item 11, which is urgent items. None have been submitted to me for this council. So at, golly gosh, 5 to 7, I call this meeting to a close. Thank you for your attendance.